Kartonok is the ComedyMX channel for kids of all ages, from 9 to 99. Whether your passion runs from classy cars to classic cartoons, from Howdy Doody to Coco the Clown, or from Space Patrol to Buffalo Bill Jr., visit Kartonok and watch all day. Turn your world upside down.
When a modern young couple can't say goodnight, sometimes an old-fashioned couple can help with a gentle hint.
Corliss, it's 12 o'clock. Shouldn't you be saying goodnight to Dexter?
I'm leaving right away, Mr. Archer.
You know, Harry, that's what I like about Dexter. When it's time to say goodnight and leave, Dexter leaves. He's a wonderful boy.
Dexter's all right in my book. No subterfuge, no artifice, straightforward and honest. That's the kind of a boy he is.
Sometimes old-fashioned parents are more modern than you think.
Jean. Pamela, Bertha, and Celeste. When? After school tomorrow? Fine, I'll see you then. Bye. Hello? Oh, hi, Rocky. Yes, we're all going to meet at Schroeder's tomorrow after school. Now, tell Marty and Bob and Jane and Sylvia. Fine, I'll see you later. Bye.
Hello? Who? Winky? No, there's nobody here by that name.
Oh, but Daddy.
Hello. What? Oh, you are Winky.
Hi, Winky. Yes, Pamela said she'd be over at Schroeder's tomorrow.
Who are Imogene, Pamela, Sylvia, Jane, Rocky, Celeste, and Winky?
Friends of Corliss, I guess. Winky?
Well, I'm sure I never met any of them. Especially this,
Winky?
Rocky.
Well, Harry, Corliss is growing up, and her circle of friends is growing. I'm sure they're all nice kids.
Oh, yes, I'm sure they are, but as parents, we ought to know Corliss's friends. Say, maybe we ought to give them a party.
Well, maybe we should. After all, we haven't given a party for Corliss for quite a long while. And it'll be a good way to meet her new friends.
We'll have to be tactful about it. We mustn't let her think that we're trying to interfere in her social life. Well, we'll lead up to it in a roundabout way.
Yes, be diplomatic.
Yeah, trust me. She'll have her party, and she'll think it was her own idea.
I know this is awfully short notice.
Oh, Corliss,
And I know it's asking a great deal.
Corliss.
But, gee, I certainly would appreciate it.
Corliss.
Well, I was wondering if I could have my friends over to...
Corliss,
Oh, but it's been such a long time since I've had a party.
Corliss?
Yes, Corliss. You may have your party tonight.
Corliss, Oh, sure, of course, of course.
Oh, golly, thanks, Daddy.
Well, of course, you have all your friends over, especially this fella, Rocky.
Oh, Rocky? Oh, sure, I'll ask her first. Oh, you're just about the most wonderful Daddy in the whole...
Seems like Corliss is a step ahead of Mr. Archer. Time was when he could scold her and mold her, and she'd cry on his shoulder. But now she's older and bolder, and the poor man can't hold her.
Archer. Holy cow.
Well, Dexter, what do you think?
What a mess. But maybe we can get it cleaned up before the party.
Dexter, I fixed the room up this way for the party.
Oh. Oh, well, you didn't have to knock yourself out like that, Mr. Archer.
Well, I want us all to have a lot of fun.
Us?
Mm-hmm. Corliss hasn't had a real party for a long time, and tonight I want us all to have fun.
All of us?
Yeah, look at this. What? Now, wait till you see this. That's a fooler, isn't it? Oh, Dexter, I tell you, we'll have fun.
Will?
Yes, tonight is going to be one party you kids won't forget in a long time.
Don't worry, Mr. Archer. Us kids recover faster than you think.
Hi, Mom. I just did my nails, too.
Very nice job. Be careful you don't smear them.
I just saw everything you made in the kitchen. Gosh, it looks positively dreamy. Oh, Mom, you're the best.
No, thank you, dear. I just wanted to make sure that you had a nice party. I think we should serve the punch first. Say about 8:30?
We'll serve the punch.
Yes. I think you should help a little. After all, it is your party.
I see.
Do you think that this dress will be all right for tonight?
Oh, I think it's perfect, Mom.
Good. Well, now let's see. At 9 o'clock, you can serve the popcorn and candy.
Oh, good.
And I'll still be serving the punch. Oh, these nails. Take forever to dry, and I only have another hour before the kids come. Let's see, I'm going to serve hors d'oeuvres at 9:30. Cheese and crackers at 10. More punch at 10:15. You know how kids like punch at parties. Ice cream and cake at 10:30. I have a feeling I've forgotten something. Wonder what it is. I know I've forgotten something. Oh, well. My nails are dry. Let me see yours. Oh, now I know what I'd forgotten. At 11:30, I'm going to serve little hot dogs on toothpicks.
Mrs. Archer certainly intends the kids at the party to be well fed. She must think kids come to parties to eat. And you know something? She's right.
Holy cow, Corliss. Your father thinks we're a bunch of kids. He wants to run the party. And the games he wants to play. Pin the tail on the donkey.
Oh, Dexter, Daddy wouldn't think of anything that childish. You must be exaggerating because Daddy would...
Excuse me, kids. I just remembered I had some magic stuff up in the attic. Nothing like a few card tricks to get a party going.
Pardon me, children. I want to see how the cake is doing. Oh, Carl, maybe we should serve the cake and ice cream at 10 o'clock because the parents might get worried if the children are out too late.
Your mother, too.
She still looks upon me as a little girl. She doesn't realize I'm old enough to take care of my own party.
Janeway! How's this for a chicken? Kids will love it, won't they?
Well, we got to do something about this.
Oh, I'd better get the paper plates. The kids are likely to break the good ones.
Excuse me. I forgot my water squirting rose.
Of all the things your father's planning, we're lucky if we get out of here alive.
Oh, Dexter, what am I going to do? I can't tell Mom and Daddy they can't come to the party. How can I tell them that?
Corliss, you open your mouth and you say, folks, I want to run my own party. Why don't you go out tonight? See, it all comes from here.
Dexter, you're no help at all. How can I tell them? Look, Dexter, you tell Daddy that you think I'm older now and that I should be the hostess tonight. Then he'll tell Mom. And I'll tell Mom to tell Daddy that I think you should be the host tonight. Then they'll tell each other, and they won't be hurt because it didn't come from us.
This isn't going to be easy.
No, I guess you're right. We'll skip the whole thing and let them run the party.
Harry, maybe I ought to call Mrs. Lippincott to come over tonight. She knows 5 operas and translates them into English as she sings. It's very interesting.
Yeah, and I'll call Jerry. Jerry Hotchkiss. He does wonderful bird calls.
Come in. Yeah.
Mom,
Yes, Corliss?
well,
Yes?
well, it's about the party.
Oh, dear, I understand, but you don't have to thank me.
Yeah, Mr. Archer.
Hello, Dexter. Kids will love that, won't they?
Mr. Archer.
Yes, Dexter?
Mr. Archer, I want to talk to you about something.
Yeah, what?
The party.
Oh, you know, if I have as much fun at this party as I had planning it, this will be one of the happiest nights of my life.
Mom, it isn't that we don't want Daddy at the party or appreciate all that he's planned, but, well, we felt that, well, we're older now, and I think Dexter should be the host.
So, you see, Mr. Archer, well, Corliss is very hurt because Mrs. Archer doesn't think she's old enough to handle her own party.
Mm-hmm.
What it all boils down to is, well, Corliss should be the hostess.
Oh, Corliss, after all the planning he's done, how can I tell your father he shouldn't come to the party?
It's going to be tough on Mrs. Archer. But you'll have to face the facts. Corliss is old enough to be hostess at her own party.
It's going to be difficult. But your father's got to face facts. You're right. Dexter should be host.
Now, how will I tell her? She'll be so hurt.
How am I going to tell him? He'll be so hurt.
I have the solution, Dexter. You tell Mrs. Archer.
I have the solution, Corliss. You tell your father.
Mrs. Archer, Mr. Archer has something to tell you.
Daddy, Mom has something to tell you.
Well, you were going to say something?
Janet, when a woman grows older, her child grows older. Well, her husband grows too, of course.
That generally follows.
Well, the point is that when the child grows older, she doesn't need what she needed as much as she needed what she needed, well, when she was younger. You understand?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Now, Janet, sit down. Janet. Janet, didn't you have something you wanted to say to me?
It will keep. Go ahead, dear.
Oh, it'll keep, dear. You go ahead.
But you're doing so well.
Oh, I think if you have something to say, you should say it.
That's right, Harry.
Well, then why don't you say what you have to say to me?
Oh, well, do you remember when we were kids and the parties we used to have?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember my father and your father at those parties?
Oh, I sure do. Those corny card tricks and the gags and the games they used to make us play.
Exactly.
I remember trying to get up the courage to ask my father to go bowling or something.
They didn't want to hurt you, but...
That's all right.
Oh, Harry, when you come back from bowling, if I finished with the dishes, maybe we can go to a late movie.
Janet,
Yes, dear?
do you remember I had something to say to you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, Janet, do you remember your mother at those parties and how she used to take over everything and the way you used to feel about it?
Back to Meet Corliss Archer.
Boy, what an evening this is going to be. The refreshments are all ready. All we have to do is just sit around and enjoy our party.
And nobody's gonna run it but us.
Yeah. You know, it makes you feel almost normal.
It's gonna be fun. The best party ever. Mom, there's somebody at the... forgot. It's our party, Dexter.
Yeah.
Do you realize this is the first time we've been host and hostess? It's just like being married.
Yeah. You know, Corliss, we're pretty lucky. If your mother and father hadn't had you and my mother and father hadn't had me, we might never have met. Hi. Look, Bob and Pat. Come on in. Looks like we're the first ones here. Oh, yeah, but... Hi, party. Sure is a nice night for a party, huh? Yeah.
Say, Dex, what do we do with our coats?
Oh, just hang them in the hall closet, that's
Funny
all.
boy.
Come on in.
Oh, hey, look.
Here
Look at
one.
these decorations.
For crying out loud.
Hey, look.
Oh, look at these decorations.
Yeah, wow. Look at these crazy red balloons and all.
Oh, say, the place looks wonderful.
Yeah, snazzy. Did you do it yourself, Dex?
Oh, it wasn't much.
Hey, when you kids put on a party, you really put on a party.
Gee, I'm glad you like it.
Well, what's everybody standing up for? Come on, it's a party. Sit down. Let's talk about it.
Oh, this is wonderful, isn't it? No parents, just us.
Yeah. You know, it's a funny thing about parents. The minute they have children, they start acting like mothers and fathers.
Dexter has yet to realize how important parents are. The word parent comes from the Latin pay, meaning shell out, and rendus, meaning tear. So a parent is somebody who tears his hair when he thinks of all the money he has to shell out.
We've walked around the block 5 times already. Don't you think we should go somewhere?
Oh, sure, but there's so many places to go. I was just wondering where we... We're having a good time, and bet you Dexter's doing my card tricks.
What should we do? It's 9 o'clock and we really shouldn't come back until 12.
No, we'll do the town. Nightclubs, theaters. Don't you worry.
We shouldn't be peeking Harry. They are having a nice time, aren't they?
Isn't it wonderful?
I wonder which one is Winky.
Probably the one with Rocky.
Which one is Rocky?
Well, we better be going.
Yes, I guess we better.
We can't just stand here all night.
No, I guess we can't.
Oh, it isn't what you think, officer. You see, we live here. This is Mrs. Archer. I'm Harry Archer. I have my credentials. They're in order, I assure you. They're... My wallet? Oh, we better be going.
Boy, I'll say no parents to tell us what to do. Just sit around and relax.
Say, Dexter, would you mind getting my purse for me?
Oh, sure, anything from one of my guests.
Oh, Imogen, I've never seen your hair look so nice. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, say, Corliss, do you happen to have a bobby pin around? One of mine is missing. Oh, sure, I'll be right back.
There you are.
Thanks, Dex.
Boy, oh, boy.
Oh, say, Dex, how about some dancing? Got any records?
Oh, the greatest. Put one on.
Good boy.
Oh, here's a great one. Wait until you hear the middle part.
Hey, Dex, Sam wants a glass of water.
1H2O coming up.
Oh.
Yeah, here's your water.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Hey, come on, Paul, let's finish that.
Hey, Dex, what happened to the candy?
Oh, yeah, what candy? Coming up. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
They want to make sure this is the right house, so they went out to park the car.
Oh, well, come on, let's finish this dance, huh?
Hey, gang, how about some close harmony, huh?
Yeah, good idea. Well, come on.
Well, how about you tell me your dream?
Yeah, that's a good one. You tell me yours.
Oh, Dex, my throat's kind of dry. How about some water, huh?
Oh, yeah, sure. Coming up.
All right, let's sing.
I have a dream.
Corliss! Corliss! Oh, sure, I'll get it for you.
Oh, thanks, Ray.
like that close harmony singing. Of course, it isn't really harmony singing. Actually, it isn't close to harmony. As a matter of fact, it isn't even singing.
Harry, what time is it now?
Two minutes after 10.
Only 2 minutes after 10.
Two and a half minutes after 10.
Oh. Harry.
Three minutes after 10.
Well, at least it's less than 2 hours ago.
Yeah, but if you'd get your mind off the clock, I think you'd find the time pass more quickly.
I'm cold.
Oh, officer, I know this looks like what it looks like, but we weren't making love. We're married. Yeah, that's right. My wife was cold, you see. That's all. We're married. We'll go quietly, officer. Oh, before you turn off your flashlight, please. 7 minutes after 10. Thank you, officer. Come here.
Oh, here you are, gang. Boy, the way they're eating out there, you think they had charge accounts.
You better make some more punch while I finish filling up this platter.
They're drinking punch out there like it was made out of water.
Now, how's the party going?
Oh, it's a wonderful party you're giving. You'd be proud of yourself if you were there.
Golly, Dex, there's no more sandwich spread left for the sandwiches. Well, these crackers will have to do. Here, take the platter out.
Okay, I'll take this punch, too. Oh!
Oh, Dexter, what are you doing?
Every little bit counts, you know.
Take the platter out.
Oh, okay.
Dexter, where'd you get that platter?
That's the platter I just took out there.
Now what?
You know, Corliss, maybe we should try making some mucilage meatballs. At least that'd stick to their ribs.
Corliss better find something to eat, and soon. Because the way those kids are going, any minute now, they're liable to start gnawing on each other.
Walk another step. My feet are killing me.
Mine, too.
What time is it now?
10 minutes after 11.
Almost an hour to go.
We won't be home until morning. We won't be home until morning. We won't be... Officer, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, we haven't been drinking, I assure you. Come on, Janet. We better be getting along home.
Oh, no.
Fill everything up again.
Dexter, there isn't anything left. Oh, and I'm so tired. Oh, I know the kids must think I'm awful. I haven't had any fun, and neither of you. Oh, I'm so miserable.
Corliss, what's the matter?
Oh, Mom. Oh, everything went wrong. There isn't anything left. And, oh, I'm so tired. And, oh, Mom.
There, baby.
Oh, boy, am I glad to see you, Mr. Archer. Boy, oh, boy, am I glad. Boy, oh, boy, I've never been so glad.
I'm glad to see you, too.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Now, Corliss, you dry your eyes and go on inside with Dexter and enjoy yourself. And Harry, I bought a lot of extra groceries this afternoon and put them in the closet there, just in case.
Okay.
Get them, will you? Now, go on, you two. Get.
Oh, golly, Mom, you're wonderful.
That goes double for me, Mrs. Archer. And Mrs. Archer.
Yes?
Well, here are your groceries. What do you want me to do now?
Go inside and find out what everyone wants.
Right. 4 sandwiches and some more punch.
Coming right up. And Harry.
Yeah.
Isn't it a lovely party?
Janet, haven't you done enough for one evening?
Well, it's been worth it. Corliss's party was a huge success.
Yes. And she's found that she still needs her old mom and pop.
Oh, golly, everything's all done. I don't know how you did it.
Boy, what a cleanup job.
Where are you two going?
Oh, we thought we'd go out to Schroeder's, you know, for some air and a soda.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. I've been cooped up in here for hours.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, Mom. Well, we'd love to have you, but, well, all the kids were going together, and well, you know how it is. I wouldn't want to hurt your feelings for the
These are 2 girls. The one on the left is Corliss Archer. Isn't she cute? The one on the right is her good friend, Barbara. She lives across the street. She's an adorable child. Lovely, sweet, charming, and gentle.
I kicked him right out on his ear. Because of this test? Test your compatibility is a scientific test. It's been used on both sexes, men and boys. But you and Morton have been going together for so long. I am a type C. Morton is a type U. We're scientifically impossible. I'm telling you, Corliss, you better test Dexter.
Oh, that's silly, Barbara. I love Dexter, and Dexter loves me.
Believe me, if you don't test Dexter, you're liable to get married and have children and grandchildren. And suddenly, when you're 70 years old, you'll discover you were meant for each other.
No, I couldn't.
Did you get it fixed?
You wanted to spend money for a carpenter. I told you I could fix it.
Oh, it looks fine. If you finish with the glue, I'll put it away.
Right. I guess a little of it must have spilled.
Still call the carpenter. He refinishes furniture, too.
No. I'll fix it myself.
You are chicken.
I am not chicken.
Well, then why won't you take the test?
Well, just because I won't.
Dexter, don't sit there! chair. The glue isn't dry yet.
I didn't sit on it.
No, Dexter, you didn't. You're a good boy. But you're sitting in my lap. Move over! Still arguing about that test?
I won't take it.
Well, it seems to me to be a very good test. After all, it was compiled by some of the leading college professors in the country. I don't see why you don't...
Dear, don't you think it would be better if Corliss and Dexter made their own decision about this?
You're perfectly right. After all, you kids are old enough to settle your own problems.
I don't know what you're afraid of. I took the test, and I'm a type B. Now let's find out what type you are. I'll never know if we're compatible if you don't take the test.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, scientific tests are for guinea pigs, not for people.
No influencing.
Well, I'm not trying to influence them. It just happens to be my opinion, that's all. Scientific tests. Piffle.
Sure. Piffle.
Not piffle.
I am not chicken. And, I'm not afraid to take a little test. Who's scared? Not me. I'm not scared.
Now, that's the spirit. Corliss, let me have that test. Now, Dexter, in 10 minutes, we'll know what type you are.
Sometimes it's nice for a woman to have a man around the house. But the way Mr. Archer is wrecking things, Mrs. Archer is lucky she still has a house around her man.
Now, Dexter, that's the last question. All right, Corliss. Figure out what type Dexter is. Oh. Hello, dear. How are you? Keeping yourself busy these days?
I thought you were going to let them make their own decision.
No, I didn't influence them. I just sort of helped give Dexter the test.
Piffle.
Oh, stop piffling. All right, if you want the truth, I deliberately gave Dexter the compatibility test just to prove that science is right.
It's silly.
Well, the science can't be wrong, Mrs. Archer. When it comes to science, the scientists have got science figured down to a science. Now, what type am I?
You're a Y, and I'm a B. B's and Y's are utterly incompatible.
I never heard anything so ridiculous. My advice is to throw that silly magazine away and forget the whole thing.
Your mother's right, Corliss. Let's forget about the whole thing, yeah? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Don't you see, Dexter? Our love has been a lie. All the time you were whispering sweet nothings, and holding me in your arms and kissing me. You really didn't like it.
Holy cow, I sure had fun being miserable.
It's all over between us.
Oh, Corliss.
No speeches, no recriminations, no regrets. Just go quickly and quietly. Goodbye, Dexter.
Goodbye, Corliss. Oh, Corliss, can't we talk this over, please?
Dexter, don't you see you're just prolonging the agony?
Yeah, but...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Poor Dexter. Well, that can happen when you take a chance on love. As the poet says, when love goes well, it takes life's pains out. When love goes ill, it beats your brains out.
Hiya, Mrs. Archer.
This is just awful.
No, it's worse than awful. It's awful, awful. What can we do about it?
Well, I think I better send for the plumber.
The plumber? For Corliss and me?
I was talking about the garbage disposal, not about you and Corliss.
How can you think about garbage when my heart is broken?
Everything will be all right. I'm sure of it. Do me a favor, Dexter. There's a thingamabob under here that you turn or something. See if you can find it.
No, sure, Mrs. Archer. You know, I may not be right for Corliss because I'm type Y, but she doesn't have to be so choosy. She's not getting any younger. She can't throw me around like an old shoe, you know. I won't stand for it. I'm telling you right here and now, Mrs. Archer, if Corliss marries some other guy, I'll break our engagement.
Dexter, did you hurt your head?
No, it's all right. I just dented the pipe a little. Doesn't hurt a bit.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, my head. Oh, the agony. Every bone in my head is broken.
What seems to be the trouble, Mr. Franklin?
Oh, Mr. Franklin. Boy, next thing you want me to call you Miss Archer.
I'd prefer that you did. It might make it easier for us.
Oh, Corliss, come on. Let's kiss and forget this whole thing.
It was so sweet of you to help Mom. I appreciate it awfully. Well, goodbye, Mr. Franklin.
Mr. Franklin. Yeah, but I know how I can make her call me Dexter. I'll change my name to Dexter. Let her fool around with that. Sorry, Mrs. Archer. I'm just not in the mood to fix a garbage disposer. I feel more like getting into one.
I understand.
I had to report him for leaving the scene of an accident. I'd try and use the eggs in here as soon as possible.
Well, what's that for?
I'm going to fix the garbage disposer.
Oh, really? Is there something wrong with it?
It didn't work this morning. Well, don't worry. You don't have to call plumbers, not with me around.
Oh, really, dear, that's a very complicated mechanism. Don't you think I'd better call the plumber?
I'll have it fixed in a jiffy. You know, Dexter sure looked unhappy. Does Cora still feel the same way about that test business?
Well, she's certainly giving him a rough time. And what bothers me is that she's enjoying his misery.
I wonder if this wrench is big enough. What do you mean, enjoying his misery?
Don't you think I'd better...
No, I'll fix it. What did you mean, Corliss enjoying Dexter's misery?
Well, I don't think Corliss believes in that test any more than I do.
Huh?
Well, she's not worried about losing Dexter. She's just dangling him on a string. She's torturing him, and she's enjoying it.
That's cruel. Well, I can't believe that a daughter of mine would do a thing like that. I just can't believe it. You know something? I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that is what your daughter is doing.
What?
Well, making Dexter miserable, enjoying it, dangling him. Don't you worry. I'll put a stop to it. I'll attend to that little matter. Now.
It worked.
I told you I'd fix it. Now, fill it up. I want to test it.
It's all filled, Harry. Shall I turn it on?
Never mind.
back to Meet Corliss Archer.
I don't mean anything personal, Dexter. But you're the worst date I ever went out with.
Vice versa.
It was horrible, wasn't it?
The worst.
Ugh. What time will you pick me up tomorrow?
Same time. Oh, holy cow, Barbie. You think we should go on seeing each other? I mean, I like you. I think you're a very nice kid, but Corliss is the only one for me. I just can't seem to think of you as a girl.
I'm not. I've been wasting an awful lot of money on nail polish. Look, Dexter, we've just got to keep on seeing each other. Mr. Archer's idea is just perfect. We've got to make them jealous. It's the only way for me to get Morton back, and it's the same with Corliss and you.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it's an awful price to pay.
You know. Also vice versa. Well, I guess I have to hang around till Corliss sees me. I hope Mr. Archer knows what he's doing, because what I'm doing isn't what I want to be doing.
Don't look now, but Corliss is watching us from her window.
Holy cow, you're right. I gotta get out of here.
You can't leave now. You'll ruin everything.
But you don't know Corliss. She'll get jealous.
Well, that's the whole idea. You want her back, don't you?
Yeah?
Well, then, act like you're having a wonderful time with me. Smile.
How do I look?
Terrible. Put your arm around me.
I can't.
Ah, come on. Kiss me.
Do I have to?
It's just as repulsive to me as it is to you. She's watching. Kiss me.
Barbara, don't you think we're going a little too far with this thing?
You want her back.
Yeah?
Ooh, kiss me.
With my lips?
Yes. Ugh. You can relax now. She's gone.
I can't go through that again. I just can't.
Ugh. Oh, the things I do for love.
Yeah, no.
Please, now, Morton's watching us from underneath the street light. We've got to make him jealous, too.
Can't I have a rest period?
Morton's left. I think we made him jealous, too. Thanks a lot, Dexter.
Thank you, too, Barbara. You know, you're a good guy.
How dare you get so familiar? Remember, I'm Morton's girl. You fresh thing.
Women, it's impossible to understand them. But that's probably a good thing. Because if you did get to understand them, you'd never believe what you understood.
Janet,
What's the matter?
I want you to see how Mr. Fix-It fixes things. Dexter just came in. Watch Corliss fall into his arms.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, why don't you just begin at the beginning?
I saw you and Barbara last night.
You did? Well, isn't that a coincidence? We were out together. Oh, she's a nice kid, that Barbara. Hey, what's that?
Just a few mementos of our past. The first present you ever gave me when I was 6 years old. Your own doll.
I love that doll.
Here's a box of candy you gave me when I was 7.
We were sick for 3 weeks.
Here's one of the first mud pies we ever made together.
We were sick for 6 weeks.
Here's the ukulele you gave me on my 11th birthday.
And I gave you the strings on your 12th.
The nutcracker you gave me on my 13th birthday.
Yeah. That was right after you broke your tooth. Because, will you please tell me what this is all about? I can't stand it anymore. Besides, this stuff is getting heavy.
All right, Dexter. I'll be brief and to the point. Giving you back all the things you ever gave me so I can forget you forever.
Huh?
I want you and Barbara to be very, very happy.
Yeah, but Corliss.
You sure fixed it, Mr. Fix-It.
Wasn't supposed to happen like that.
Corliss, all I did was...
All of it, Dexter. Every bit of it.
But Corliss...
Go now, Dexter. And don't look back. I want to remember you just as you are.
But Corliss, I...
So miserable. Dexter's gone. Gone forever. And all because of that test.
But you're much better off, my child. You found out that you weren't scientifically suited to each other. Now, instead of 18 years too late, like I did.
What?
Mom, what are you talking about?
Well, your father and I took the test, and, well, I'd just rather not talk about it.
Janet, what?
Mom, you didn't have to take the test. You know you're completely compatible.
18 years. Down the drain.
Well, that can't be. Why, you two belong together. You're wonderful together. You're my mother and father. That test is wrong.
Well, it can't be, dear. All those professors, all those years.
I don't care what those professors said.
Janet, maybe she's right.
Well,
Maybe we do belong together.
Well, oh, you must, Mom. You belong together as much as Dexter and I belong together. Of course. Dexter and I belong together. And I'm going to get him back. Right now.
I'm sorry things didn't work out for you, Dexter. Morton and I made up. Everything's fine with us.
That's nice. I'm very happy for you, Barbara. But I'm afraid Corliss and I are just all through. There's nothing else anybody can do.
It can't be as bad as all that. Isn't there still a chance?
No. No, we're through forever. I joined the Foreign Legion. If I was a foreigner. What's the matter, Barbara?
There still is a chance. Here comes Corliss. Maybe you didn't make her jealous enough.
Huh? Please, Barbara, it's time my lunch.
But you've got to.
Dexter Franklin. Franklin. You come with me.
Yeah, but...
you can't have him. He's my type. Type Y. Never mind that. He's mine.
Girl, please get this up. There won't be enough of me left for anybody.
You come with me. You come with me.
Girl.
You come with me.
All right. You can have him. What's left of him?
Oh, my poor, poor Dexter. Will you ever forgive me for what I've done to you?
Oh, Corliss.
We belong together.
Oh, Corliss. My little Corliss Warliss, happy to get her Dexter Wexter back.
Corliss is so happy, wappy. My Dexter Wexter is so pretty witty.
Not half so pretty witty as my Corlissy Warlissy. My little Corlissy Warlissy is the most beautifulest, wonderfulest little cootie woody in the whole wide earthy earthy.
Not half so cutie-woody as my Dexter Wexter. You're the cutest, woodest Dexter Wexter that ever.
Would you kids Would you kids like to take another test? This is much better than the other one. Much more scientific. Corliss. Corliss!
Oh, did you say something, Daddy?
I have to use the telephone. I have a very important call.
Oh, sure.
Hello. Oh, yes, Mary, sure, just a minute. Mary, she wants to talk to you. Now, look, I have to make a very important call, long distance.
Hi, Mary. No. Really? Mary's found a place where we can have our curtains cleaned for half price.
Oh, goody. Now can I make it?
Oh, wait a minute, Mary. Give me that number again. Elm 3331. Remember that, will you, dear?
Elm 3331.
Really? They come and take the curtains down and put them back up again at no extra cost.
Well, every business has its ups and downs. Look, darling,
Harry has to make a business call. I'll call you later. Thanks a million. Bye. Our curtains do need cleaning, and if we have these people come, what's the matter?
I've forgotten the number that I have to call in Pittsburgh. It's on my desk.
Hi, Mr. Archer.
Dexter, don't you have a phone at your house?
Yeah, but I couldn't get to it. My mother was on the line.
Yeah, but if she was talking to Mrs. Archer, then this line couldn't possibly be clear before your line was...
Oh, hi, Frank. Dex. Listen, about the debate. Yeah, you want to take the rest of the opening speech now?
I've got to make that call. I promised Mr. Sheldon I'd...
Call? I've got to call those curtain people. What was that number?
Elm 3331.
Elm 3331. Have you got a pencil?
No.
Elm 3331.
Well, now, let me call Mr. Sheldon first. I've got to talk to him before Mr. Halley gets here.
Elm... Who's Mr. Halley?
Well, Halley represents the other side in this case.
Elm. What was that number again?
Elm 3331. You know, it's just possible that my call is more important than Dexter's. Oh, yes, this is a big deal, and if he's going to marry my daughter, doesn't he want her to be a rich man's child?
What are you going to do?
Psychological warfare.
Frank, about the debate. Yeah, listen, I'll give you the opening now, okay? Get a pencil? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, and honored... Bye, Frank. I gotta run along now, Mr. Archer. Thanks for the phone. I'm glad you didn't have to use it.
Oh, Corliss, please, don't vacuum now. I have to make a very important call.
Golly, Daddy, haven't you made that call yet?
Yeah.
Long distance?
Long distance. This is Maple 8067. I want to make a person-to-person call to Mr. John Sheldon in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The number is Elm 3331.
Where Dexter went. I haven't the slightest idea.
Golly, Mom, aren't men mysterious?
Mysterious?
Well, they're different. They're not normal.
Oh, dear, what is normal?
Women.
Yes?
The Pittsburgh circuits are all busy now. I'll call you in a few minutes.
Thank you, operator.
Couldn't you reach Mr. Sheldon?
Circuits are all busy.
Daddy,
Yeah?
don't you think men and women are different?
Oh, I understand, Corliss.
Maybe that's Dexter.
No. It's my long-distance call.
Oh.
Yes, operator.
Hello, Mr. Archie. This is Millie. Gosh, I'm surprised to find you home on time. Surprised you're not out, but I'm glad you're in. Is Corliss there?
Hi, Millie.
Hello, Corliss. This is Millie. Did you hear about Dorothy's party? The most wonderful thing happened. I was there with Joey. You know Joey. Joey's that good-looking fellow who was dancing. This was at the party. There were a million people there, and he kissed me in front of everybody. Honest, Corliss, he kissed me. He kissed me. It was the most wonderful party. You really should have been there, Corliss. Honestly, it was the most wonderful party I was ever to in my life.
Sorry, Corliss, but I've got to talk to Mr. Sheldon before Mr. Halley gets here. The operator's probably been trying to reach me.
All right, Dad.
Listen, you'll never get this Joey again. He has 6 ice cream sodas. Imagine that, Corliss. 6 ice cream sodas. 6! Honestly, Corliss.
Filibusterer.
The telephone is an amazing invention. It can be both a convenience and an aggravation. Actually, the only other invention that can be both more convenient and more aggravating is woman.